From the national newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Don Mitchell. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh says the more new Democrats elected, the more great things the party will do for Canadians. Speaking at a campaign stop in Port Moody, BC today, Singh was asked if there's another case he can make to his supporters and constituents about the role NDP should be playing in the next parliament, amid speculation that his seat may be in trouble.
With 25 of us, we were able to, 25 new Democrats, we fought for the biggest expansions of healthcare in a generation. We brought dental care and pharmacare. These are concrete things that improve people's lives. Millions of people have received dental care because of us.
Singh also announced his party would offer first-time homebuyers public-backed low-interest fixed-term loans if elected. Meanwhile, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre in the Toronto area Sunday announcing plans for a Canada First reinvestment tax cut. Poilievre said under a Conservative government, investors would be able to defer the capital gains tax on earnings if they reinvest in Canada.
At the end of the day, this will mean more investment. This will be like economic rocket fuel for Canada. To put us in liftoff, we will soar above the Americans.
Poilievre says the tax cut would allow Canada to build the infrastructure needed to get Canadian goods overseas. Meanwhile, Poilievre had strong words on the drug crisis affecting many major cities across the country, suggesting hard drugs be banned and drug consumption sites shut down. The leader responding to an Ontario judge's decision Friday, granting an injunction to keep 10 supervised sites open.
We will ban hard drugs. We will empower police to enforce the law and prosecutors to carry it out. We will stop giving out taxpayer-funded opioids. We will shut down drug consumption sites. We will give life sentences to fentanyl traffickers and treat them like the murderers that they are.
Poilievre says he would like to see the bulk of the fight put into treatment and recovery. Rescuers in Myanmar and Thailand are still racing against the clock in efforts to recover surviving victims of this week's devastating 7.7 magnitude earthquake. People are working frantically in the streets of Myanmar's second-largest city, Mandalay. This comes 2 days after the quake struck and killed more than 1,600 people. The International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Society says critical infrastructure in the region has been destroyed. And officials have lifted a tsunami warning following a 7.1 magnitude earthquake in the South Pacific, with no reports of damage immediately available.
A magnitude 7 earthquake hit near Tonga in the early morning hours of Monday local time. The Tsunami Warning Center issuing an alert, but later lifting it. Geophysicist Jessica Turner with the U.S. Geological Survey.
Nuku Alofa, which is an island in Tonga, there was a very small tsunami with, It was less than an inch.
She says aftershocks could be felt for up to a week after a shallow earthquake like this one. I'm Julie Walker.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Chris Bassett pitched 6 innings to win his first start of the season, and George Springer hit a 2-run single as the Toronto Blue Jays beat the Baltimore Orioles 3-1 on Sunday. Tyler Heineman added a solo home run, his first, as the Blue Jays split the 4-game series with their AL East rivals. In the NHL, Nick Suzuki's game-winning goal lifted the Montreal Canadiens over the Florida Panthers 4-2. Suzuki scored on a snapshot with just over 2 minutes left in the third period to put the Canadiens ahead 3-2. Patrick Laine, Brendan Gallagher, and Yurov Slafkovsky also scored for the Canadiens. Other games today include the Winnipeg Jets hosting Vancouver, Pittsburgh hosts the Ottawa Senators, and the Toronto Maple Leafs travel to Anaheim. And Tyler Heisey and Britta Curl-Salem both scored in the first period as the Minnesota Frost beat the Toronto Spectre 5-2 in the only professional women's hockey league game on Sunday. It snaps a 3-game losing streak for the Frost. From the Canadian Press, I'm Don Mitchell.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.